Peace and love, y'all. I'm Chen.
And I'm Asanté, Amin.
And together we're Soul Science Lab. Now, what is Soundtrack 63? Soundtrack 63 is a music and multimedia performance of protest songs that tells the tragic and triumphant stories of the Black experience in America, from African history to enslavement to the civil rights movement to right now. It was originally commissioned by 651 Arts to commemorate the 50-year anniversary of 1963, a seminal year in the civil rights movement, the year of the March on Washington and the I Have a Dream speech, the year Medgar Evers, a civil rights worker, was murdered, and the year that 4 little girls were bombed in a Birmingham church.
That's right. You might be wondering, why did we create it? Now, being educators, we wanted to create a musical Black history lesson that young people could appreciate and learn from. As musicians, we know that one of the best ways to learn is through music, using rhythm. As educators, we believe that if a student can't learn in the way you teach, you have to teach in the way they can learn. Oftentimes, real Black history is neglected from education, but we know that you can't understand where you're going unless you know where you've been. Sankofa.
True indeed. Now, why is Soundtrack 63 relevant right now? Well, as evidenced by the current protests and demonstrations, racism, discrimination, and injustice experienced by Black people throughout our history in America is still very much a part of this society. Our Soundtrack 63 gives us the opportunity to confront this history, to understand how it has created the present moment, and how it can transform and inform the future. It was designed to give young people a historical point of reference for things they see happening around them.
What was the approach creating the music? Now, we knew it had to be good and we knew it had to be relevant. We studied Black American history and the civil rights movement and found the songs they would sing. We also found other protest songs that Black people have performed over the years to advocate for freedom and justice and make their voice heard. We decided we had to put a modern day twist on the songs by mixing them with hip hop. Today, what we would call a remix. We did this because hip hop is the latest form of expression created by Black people, but it is directly connected to all Black musical expressions of the past.
Right. Now, what do we want people to gain from experiencing Soundtrack 63? We don't claim to have all the answers. We're not here to tell you what to do or how to do it. Ultimately, we want people to find their own place in creating necessary change. We all have a role to play in making this world a better place for generations to come. And we may not be the ones to spark the change that transforms our world, but we work to spark the minds of the young people that will. True. We hope you enjoyed this abbreviated version of Soundtrack 63, and we thank Lincoln Center for allowing us to share our work with you and using their platform to be a part of the change. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
So we at Soul Science Lab, and this is Soundtrack 63. You've got to know your past to know how and why we're living in the present to build for a better future. Yeah, for my culture, my generation, something for the soldiers, a little dedication. For the elders, all the trailblazers, for the babies, yet we gotta raise them. For my culture, my generation, something for the soldiers, a little dedication. For the elders, all the trailblazers, for the babies, yet we gotta raise them. For Nana, for Granny, all the ones that put it down before me, we do it for Martin. This is for Malcolm. If they were still alive, we'd be living the outcome. I'm living for Pap, for Granddad. They were the example how to live as a grown man. Betty Shabazz, Coretta Scott King, they were on the front line, still raising families. For Shannon, for Justin, the good die young, gotta know that we love them. For Tupac, for Guru, Biggie Smalls, Big Pun, yo, we miss you. For Harriet, for Emmett Till, you'll never disappear, yo, your spirit is so real. For Sean Bell, for Amadou, Mike Brown, Ashe, we honor you. I do it for my culture, my generation, something for the soldiers, a little dedication. For the elders, all the trailblazers, for the babies, yeah, we gotta raise them. For my culture, my generation, something for the soldiers, a little dedication. For the elders, all the trailblazers, for the babies, yeah, my culture, my generation. We do it for the soldiers. A little dedication. I'm living for the elders, all the trailblazers. We do it for their babies. Yeah, we gotta raise them. Jubilee, oh my Lord, Jubilee in the morning, my Lord, Jubilee, Jubilee in the noontime, oh my Lord, Jubilee in the evening, my Lord, Jubilee, 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 oh my Lord, Jubilee, Jubilee, my Lord, Jubilee, walking members walking. Cause you're free. Oh, my Lord. My God brought you liberty. My Lord, Jubilee. Call me a Sunday Christian. Oh, my Lord. Or call me a Monday devil. My Lord, Jubilee. Don't care what you call me. Oh, my Lord. As long as my God is pleasing me. My Lord, Jubilee. How many of you know the story of Emmett Till? Most of you. If you don't know, Emmett Till was a young 14-year-old boy from Chicago who went to Mississippi to visit his uncle. He didn't know how dangerous it was in the Jim Crow South at the time. He had an encounter with a white woman in a store. She lied and said he assaulted her. That lie cost him his life. This is the story of Emmett Till. What happened to Emmett Till? What happened to Emmett? You ever heard what happened to Emmett Till? What happened to Emmett? You need to know what happened to Emmett Till. Tell everybody what happened to Emmett Till. Mamie Till raised young Emmett up in Chicago. Her fam left Atlanta, Mississippi, and Jim Crow. Emmett's father no longer was part of their lives. He died away at war and left a mystery behind. Young Emmett wanted to visit extended fam in the South. He didn't know what Dixie, Mississippi's really about. His mom was trying to school him best way she knew how. No ma'am, yes sir, and no colors allowed. Keep your head down, your mouth shut, and swallow your pride. You can die for just looking white folk in the eye. I ain't telling you a story, what I'm saying is real. Everybody needs to know what happened to Emmett Till. What happened to Emmett? What happened to Emmett Till? What happened to Emmett? You ever heard what happened to Emmett Till? What happened to Emmett? It's real sad what happened to Emmett Till. You gotta know what happened to Emmett Till. Mama was worried, but Emmett still got his wish. He left his mom in a hurry and gave her a final kiss. She put him aboard the train. Something wasn't the same. Possible that his mama will never see him again. Headed to Mississippi, his uncle is picking cotton. Slavery is convict leasing and sharecropping. After a day's work, they headed to Bryant's store for a cold drink, candy, really nothing at all. On his way out the store, Emmett whistled at the store clerk. A young white woman, she's the wife of the owner. Caroline Bryant said when Emmett Till was buying, the young boy assaulted her. The truth is she was lying. Her husband and his brother went hunting and tried to find him. Found him at his uncle's house in the still of the night and kidnapped and beat him up, shot him in the head, threw him in the river, making certain he was dead. If it happened to your child, tell me how would you feel? Everybody needs to know what happened to Emmett Till. You think it made me Till, you'll never know how you feel. Tell everybody what happened to Emmett Till. What happened to Emmett? What happened happened to Emmett Till. You won't believe what happened to Emmett Till.
What happened to Emmett Till?
They found Emmett's body in the river. They really didn't care, he was just another nigga. Brian and his brother were accused of the murder, but that was all for show cause everybody knew the verdict. An all-white jury in the heart of Mississippi. Nobody was surprised when they said not guilty. Mamie said the whole world needed to know what happened. At the funeral, she demanded an open casket. Look at how they shot him, how they tortured him and beat him. The murderers that murdered him just walked away with freedom. Got money for their story and admitted that they lied. We still gotta fight for the value of black lives. You think it made me chill, you'll never know how she feels. Imagine what happened to Emmett Till. You think it made me chill, you'll never know how she feels. Tell everybody what happened to Emmett Till.
What happened to Emmett?
What happened to Emmett Till?
What happened to Emmett?
You gotta know what happened to Emmett Till.
What happened to Emmett?
It's sad what happened to Emmett Till. What happened to Emmett Till? 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 What happened to Emmett Till?
I was just willing to bear it all. I think everybody needed to know what had happened to Emmett Till.
Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free.
Ain't gonna let nobody
Turn me around,
oh, turn me around.
turn me around,
Ain't gonna let nobody
turn me around.
gonna keep on walking, keep on
talking,
watching on the freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody
Turn me around,
oh, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody
turn me around.
gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, watching on the freedom land.
I ain't gonna let no jailhouse turn me around, turn me around. I ain't gonna let no jailhouse turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, gonna keep on
Watching on the freedom land.
Now the time has come for this nation to fulfill its promise. The events in Birmingham and elsewhere have so increased the cries for equality that no city or state or legislative body can prudently choose to ignore them.
I have yet to engage in a direct action campaign that was well timed in the Absolutely not.
I'll be on my way today. You won't hear a word I say, 'cause I'm leaving with sweet memories. Someday you will set me free. What is there left to say? I play the fool while you get your way. I do the work, you take the blame. You mess up, and I get the blame. So what am I supposed to do? Sit around and sing the blues like I don't have a clue. You couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. So downside, I make a move. But thanks for all you put me through. On my way today, you won't hear a word I say, 'cause I'm leaving with sweet memories. Someday will set me free.
I had something you wanted, keep it 100, let's be honest about it. I guess my love wasn't enough, but you were nothing without it. In a rush to make it us, but I was better alone. Dangerous to give you trust and you were watching my throne. I showed you how to live, let you into my home. You speak like I'm beneath you, no respect in your tone. Are you grown? Should've known that you were digging for gold. You been scheming for a living, have my family sold. What was mine you own, you so out of control. All the damages you owe ain't adding up to your toe. Should've beat you in the street for everything that you stole. I don't want that on my head, that's for you and your soul. I'm seeing through your flow and I'm breaking your code. Baby, sorry, party's over, that's the end of your show. You there, wait, I can't take, so I'm dropping my load. I don't want you no more, I think it's time that I go. I'm gone, and I'm gone, and I'm gone, and I'm gone.
but nobody's showing love out in the streets. Every man for himself, ain't nobody gonna help you. Since I had to do the help when you're out in the streets cold. Who's worried about you, babe, when you're wild out?
Out in the streets where I grew up, first thing they teach us is not to really trust. That type of thinking can't get you nowhere. Someone has to
Living in the dark and the daylight era. It's changing the same, but it lasts forever. We all living dead if you smell the air. You better get prepared with your thoughts and prayers. I'm in a nightmare where people dream. The president is black, I seen the scene. We stay under attack, but we march and sing. The stats read worse than in 63. I'm beating on the page for the healing to come. You can't just say we should overcome. You're dirty of a cheek and you seeing a gun. You want your own peace and you settle for crumbs. Pie in the sky ain't democracy. Then I built the whole thing, but it wasn't for me. God bless the child with the eyes to see. If they knew that they were slaves, we'd set them free. Out in these streets.
out in the streets
Clap your hands, y'all.
where I grew up. First thing they teach us is not to really trust. That type of thinking can't get you nowhere. Someone has to get out in the streets where I grew up. First thing they teach us is not to really trust. That type of thinking can't get you nowhere. Someone has to get.
One day, this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed.
Someone has to get.
And all men are created. I have a dream. One day,
Someone has to get.
well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing anything. My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
We're Soul Science Lab and it's a soundtrack 63. Can everybody do this for me? Everybody say, I love you. Say, I need you. I respect you. I'll protect you. So when the music starts, turn to the person next to you. Might be somebody that you really been meaning to say this to. And let's turn up in here. But for real, it's so important now we love each other. Love's gonna conquer hate. We need each other. Don't be mistaken. You gotta respect everybody in here. We have to respect one another. And we must protect everybody. Y'all ready? Say, I love you. I need you. I respect you. I'll protect you. Say, I love you. I need you. I respect you. I protect you. One more time. Say, I love you. I need you. I respect you. I'll protect you. Let me hear, I love you. I need you. I respect you. I'll protect you. We love you so much. You've been an amazing audience. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Spread the word. Tell the world about Soundtrack 63. And do your best to make change in any way you can in your sphere of influence.